Hi everyone, I'm Rincey and this is Rincey Reads. Today I'm going to be doing my July wrap-up and my July book haul. July was kind of a crazy month for me, so I didn't put up as many videos as I usually do, so apologies, but hopefully August will be a better month. For just regular videos I put up this month, I made my discussion talking about stop stressing out about reading, which you guys seem to like a lot. There were a lot of people who were talking about this video or posting it on Tumblr or Twitter and things like that and just sharing this video with other people, which I really appreciate. I wasn't expecting that at all. Thank you so much to everyone who, liked and commented and shared. I always appreciate it. The other videos that I made this month were basically all booktubeathon related. I did my TBR and then my day 2, day 5, and then final updates related to booktubeathon. And then in terms of book reviews that I put up, I did a book review slash me just raving about this book in general of Animal Farm by George Orwell. And then I did a spoiler-free review of The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. All my reviews are spoiler-free. In terms of books I read this month, I read Where Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley. I didn't do a review on this because I didn't really have very strong feelings towards this book. I thought it was okay. It's not bad, but it's not great either. It didn't really wow me the way it has other people, which is kind of disappointing because I usually like the books that are Prince Award winners. But I definitely think that if you like young adult books, you'll like this book, but part of me thinks that maybe I just wasn't in the mood for this book, and so I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't think it was horrible by any means or anything like that, but I just didn't love it the way I thought I was going to. And then I read Relish My Life in the Kitchen by Lucy Kinsley. This book was recommended to me by Frenchie D, and when I saw her review it, I knew I had to pick it up because it sounded exactly like something I would like. It is a graphic novel that has recipes in here as well, and when I hauled this book I asked if you guys wanted to see me do like a recipe from this book, and a lot of you guys said yes, so I am working on getting that video done. It's kind of hard to record yourself cooking, so I'm working on that, but I'm hoping to have that up in August, so you guys can look forward to that. And then it was booktubeathon time, and so these are all of the books that I finished during booktubeathon. The first one was Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. The second one was The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, and the final one that I finished was The Orchard Thief by Susan Orlean. You guys can check out my booktubeathon wrap-up if you guys want more thoughts on these specific books. The final book that I finished this month is Salvage the Bones by Jesmyn Ward. I started this on the last day of booktubeathon and then I finished it by the end of the week. I absolutely love this book and I will be doing a full review on that this Thursday. And then there were 2 books that I started but I did not finish, and I am choosing not to finish them. The first one is Special Topics in Calamity Physics. This is a book that I read when I was in college and I loved it, and so I decided to reread it during booktubeathon for my reread challenge, but then as I was rereading it I wasn't enjoying it, and so I stopped at about page 125 or so, and I've just decided to just put this back on my shelf and just have the good memories of it from when I read it in college. I don't want to taint that memory with my reread and not enjoying it. The other book that I started but did not finish is Jonathan Franzen's The Corrections. I know that this is an American classic and this is loved by so many people, and so my 2 friends and I decided to read this together, and we were reading like 100 pages a week, and then we were absolutely not enjoying this whatsoever. It felt like a chore to read, and all 3 of us just weren't into it. We weren't engaging with the story. Personally, I didn't really care about any of the characters, and I got to about page 235, which is at the section break at sea, which is when I think the parents are going on their cruise or anything like that, if you know anything about the story. And when I got to that point I was like, I am at about the halfway point and I really don't care what happens to any of the people in this book. If I don't care by the halfway point about whether or not these characters live or die or anything, or what happens to them, then I don't really feel the need to trudge through this book when I could be reading something that I actually am enjoying. So for my reading challenges for the year, for the 50 book challenge, I am way ahead of schedule. I am at 46 books out of 50, so I will definitely be meeting this goal by the end of August, if not September. And then for Mount TBR, again, I'm right on schedule with 21 books read. Now, in terms of books I purchased this month, I only bought 4, which is really good for me because lately I've been buying way too many books. Half Price Books was having one of their week-long sales where they send you an email with coupons, and like the first day is 50% off, and then the second day is 40% off one book, and the third day is 30% off, and so on and so forth. So you get a certain percentage off a single book, so I basically went for like 3 days. The first book that I picked up from them is probably the one that I am the most excited about. It is The Portable Dorothy Parker, and I have been coveting this book since it came out, basically. I think it is absolutely beautifully put together, and even it has like the French flaps, and it has the decal edges for the pages, and it's a pretty decent sized collection. It's like the original Portable Dorothy Parker plus additional material. And so what I've been doing is, outside of the booktubeathon, I've been taking this to work, and then I read like a couple of essays or short stories or whatever I'm reading at the moment, and I just read a couple of those during lunch, and it's kind of perfect for that. I am currently at page 125 out of like 500 and something. But if you guys are interested in seeing me progress along, you can always follow me on Goodreads, because I'm going to try to once a week update my page numbers so you guys can see how I'm doing with this one. It'll also help keep me motivated to keep reading. Not that I really need motivation, because I'm loving this. The second book that I picked up is I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zusak, and I'm really excited to see this because I usually don't see a lot of great YA novels at Half Price Books, and so when I saw this one, I grabbed it immediately. I'm really excited to read this because I love the book Thief, and I've heard that this book is great as well and definitely worth checking out. And the final book that I picked up is Young Hearts Crying by Richard Yates. As you guys may know from my review of the Easter Parade, I really am enjoying Richard Yates, and I think I want to read everything that he's written. And then the final book that I picked up this month is The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, which you cannot see, but maybe you can see the spine. I took the cover off because I am currently reading this book. I'm only like a chapter in, I just started it. This is actually the first Neil Gaiman adult book that I've read by him that wasn't Good Omens, and I don't really consider that one a good judge of his writing because it's Terry Pratchett and everything, so I'm really excited. I figured this would be a good one to start with because it's pretty short and it'll give me a good sense of his writing style, and then from here I'm hoping to pick up American Gods if I really like this one. So yeah, those are all of the books I read, the videos I made, and the books I purchased. Feel free to leave comments down below letting me know how your month was with reading, how'd you do on booktubeathon, how is your New Year's resolution going, if you made any related to books or reading. So yeah, that's all I have for now, and thanks for watching.